Hey, Nick Collier here, and this is going to be a strange little job here, but the guy called me up. He's actually a guy I know, and he he's got cattle. Well, not cattle, but milking cows. And my wife Barbara has been getting milk from him for a couple of years now, and he's got really good milk, and his cows are really happy. And he needed to do a cattle gate. Basically, the cow puts his head in here and then reaches down to get, puts his head in here, let's put it there, reaches down to get the hay. This thing, of course, stands up. And then this thing closes, and then he just locks the gate so the cow can't get his head back out. Now, I'm thinking, it's kind of cow abuse, lock their heads in there. But he says, well, no, what happens is when they feed, they grab a thing of hay, then they'll turn around, then they'll drop it, and then they won't eat it because it's, of course, on the contaminated side of the fence. So he wanted me to fix this thing. He got it at a pretty good deal, and he wanted me to fix it and build it, build it into a gate. And so basically, we're going to put a couple of ends on each end, and set it up so that this whole mechanism rotates on a single post, and it can rotate from either way. So kind of an exciting project, one to consider. And then, but God, it's filthy. I wish he would have taken it to a quarter car wash first. But hey. He's a cow guy. He doesn't even see it anymore. We've set the pipe. We've got everything square. Got this pipe square to the distance of the 16 feet. And now basically we're going to come in and just tack our support pieces in here. Get those back in place so that we can make our final adjustments and then weld everything up. So let's go ahead and start tacking. Alright, so I need to get a gusset back in here, locked in, so that this junction here is strong, and so that this connection right here is more firm. So I'm going to take this piece of metal all the way to the end, but since we're here, we may as well kind of make it look pretty. So what I did is I came over to my garbage can, and I'll spin you around there to the garbage can, and took a piece of soapstone, laid my chunk of material, let's see, on the can like that, and took the soapstone and just scribed the arch of the top of the can. Okay, there it is in place, pretty much in place. A little bit of grinding, a little bit of prep work, and we'll throw some welds on that, and that'll give us a good strong joint there. Now you got to remember, this entire 16-foot fence is going to pivot on this one post. Well, it's actually going to pivot on both posts, but only one post at a time. He wants to be able to swing the gate open this way, and then reset the post and swing the gate open that way, which is, I think, pretty good idea. So this side's going to be a little bit more complicated because we have to add, if you'll see this structure right here, this pipe, this small pipe, this part here, well, it's all here, but what we need to do is take this pipe and add it out here so that we can build one more cattle guard or cattle catch or cattle neck hold or whatever it's called. Anyhow, so basically this pipe needs to extend out by what? Hey, by the way, what I forgot to mention was, my wife and I love this guy's milk. It's organic, it's, fresh, all of the things that we expect in really good milk, and he's willing to trade. So we're going to get, possibly we're going to get a year's worth of milk, a year's supply of milk from him for doing the project. And there it is right back there. We're on our way. The way that I approached this last one, I mean, basically this size pipe is going to go up against this, and there's not a whole lot to weld to. So what I'm going to do is create an arch here. Now it would really be nice if I had a 2.5 inch bit to cut a perfect arch there. But again, this is a weld, so it's not a real critical thing. But I definitely want a little bit more than, you see here where there's a big opening on one end. So we're going to come in, we're just going to hog out just a little bit of the interior and kind of, massage it out to get a reasonable arch in there. Okay, that looks good. It's pretty tight. I mean, it isn't perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So, the nice thing about the mill is whatever's going on up above here, I already know it's the same on the bottom because everything is perpendicular. So we'll get a nice, yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Good enough for a weld. I'll tell you, the last thing I wanted to do was to use a piece of hex rod this thick and this heavy to plug up the hole in here. I had some material that was 3 inches round, which meant I would have been there all day cutting a piece of plug, or I had some other material that was too small. Now I could have went into town and gotten the right material, but hey. This stuff's going to fit just right, as you can see. So now I can take this piece here, making sure that we're fairly straight. Really what we're doing is sledgehammering this thing into place. It looks like this is going to be a little tougher than... I'm going to bring the pivot pipe in. We're going to measure 16 inches from here to there, and then I'll probably just tack it in and set it up somehow. Get it to square up on at a 90 with that original piece, and then figure out what happens. Cut our next plug, and we're going to go ahead and jam it into that hole there, about halfway. Okay, we're going to heat this up just a little bit so that it is a little more pliable, and then we'll be able to slam it on there. And if that doesn't work, we'll get a bigger hammer. That's good. Bring this in. Looks like we're just about right. Maybe a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher. Probably just push it down. Yeah. Alright, let's do that. I know, I didn't put my helmet down. But I did close my eyes, so that must count somewhere. Hey, Nick Collier here. Well, hey, look behind me. Notice anything different? I know, it's the same old shop, but the gate is missing. And it's missing because I completed it and delivered it yesterday. And I took videos of the entire process. And for some reason my camera is doing something weird, and the whole thing was lost. So yeah, I guess you're just going to have to be happy with what you got so far. And this is Nick, over and out.